now, coming to you live from atop the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's the one, the only, PUCL Podcast.
It's PUCL! PUCL! It's PUCL! PUCL! Pokemon Underground Champions League, oh yeah! PUCL! PUCL.
And welcome to the 549th episode of the PUCL Podcast. I am your host, Trainer Thatch, here today with my excellent early morning co-host. I don't actually know who goes first in this order. I believe we have R.Sigma.
Oh, no, it was Sublime. Sorry.
Oh, was it?
It's Sublime. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Time blends.
Time's a construct, guys, okay?
Yeah.
Like, it's to the point where, like, I'm pretty sure... So we also have Sublime, by the way. There's the introduction.
Hello, hello.
It's gotten to the point where we've all been doing the show so long and so consistently together that I don't remember when you guys started doing it with me. Because, I mean, I can say confidently that both of you have been around at least for 5 years.
Yes,
right,
and
yeah.
also our lives have changed a lot.
Yes.
In that, like, it's
Yeah.
wild how different our lives have been since while doing the podcast.
Exactly. So, first of all, welcome to the PUCL Podcast. PUCL, of course, standing for the Pokemon Underground Champions League, a nonsensical name we came up with in 2007. We talk everything from the trading card game to the video game to everything in between. It's going to be a really good time. So, I've had an interesting week. I have like a couple of like PSAs for the community before we get into like what you guys have been up to. Only because things have been awkward for me this past week. So one, Thatch has turned off his DMs on Discord again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was getting kind of bad. Also,
Y'all don't be creeps. Y'all don't be creeps. It's that simple.
Yeah, also, like, the appropriate way to contact me is not to contact me through my personal Facebook either. Please don't do that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, please don't try that. I will not respond. I will not accept your friend request. Please do not try to do that. That is much so crossing a line between podcast host and listener that I don't want to. Now, can we become Facebook friends? I don't know how you think I met Sublime and R.Sigma, but I did meet them through the podcast, and then we talked to each other through, like, Discord.
No, Chatwing.
And then we became friends, but not in Thatch's DMs. We did it in public.
Back in the days of Chatwing. Oh.
Yeah, I've been just like, I don't know. Lately, like, I just had a ton of people come out, so I just wanted to put that PSA out there. Like, please don't DM me on Facebook. Like, that's not appropriate. And I had to shut off my DMs because a lot of people were just kind of, I think they were going a little too far with how chummy they wanted to be with me. And I don't have a problem talking to people. Like, it's really a shame because, like,
I forget the name of it. But there's, like, a phenomenon where people feel like they know you because, like, they kind of do from the podcast, right? Like...
Absolutely. No. It's absolutely true.
But you don't know us like that, y'all, okay? We'd love to know you like that, but you don't automatically, okay?
For me, it's not so much that they don't know me because I do put a lot of myself on the show.
Yeah, exactly. And it comes across, and
you don't know that.
It's a one-way relationship sometimes, yeah.
It's what Sigma said. It's a one-way relationship because I know nothing about them, right? So, like, coming up to me like you know me.
You do, but we don't know you like that
exactly.
yet, okay?
Exactly.
Introduce.
Please, let's talk in general before we talk in DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's fine. I go to the Discord all the time. So, yeah, it's just like a little thing right there. Just like, let's be nice to Thatch and not go into his DMs. Now, speaking of meeting Thatch and talking to him... I am going to go and spectate at the Pokemon International Championships next weekend. Not next weekend, the weekend after next.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Now. Yeah, the 24th through 26th. So if you're there, come say hi. I'll be there with a couple other people. I think Seth's going to compete. He's definitely mentioned that on the show, and I think Shamu's going to come as well. So we'll all be there. Come say hi. Don't get dinner with us. But we will be there. You can come say hi. We will definitely say hi to you and maybe sit around and chat for a while. Shamu and I are there to grind the side events, okay? We're going to grind those side events like nobody's grinded those side events before.
Get yourself enough tickets to go get a booster box and be happy.
Yeah, I don't know what was on the wall at not St. Louis. Well, I guess they did do one. It's around there, but I don't know what was on the prize wall, like when Seth went to Salt Lake or anything. But they usually have good stuff on the prize wall.
It's always safe to assume that there's going to be a handful of plushes, but if you don't want anything else, you can get a booster box or some boosters. So
I'm sure they'll have like a Switch or something for no reason as well.
Yeah, but those usually go pretty quick.
Those will go pretty quickly. Yeah, those will go pretty quickly.
Like those are gone day one.
It's just like Pokemon Chuck E. Cheese. It's fine. It's Pokemon Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, I don't want a Switch either. Like, I have a Switch. I don't think I need another one.
We all got Switches. Like, we good.
Yeah, I don't think I need another one.
But what if it's the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee edition?
I'm very happy they announced the side events, though, finally. And, like, oh my gosh, are they stupid, though?
The TCG is significantly better than the VGC ones, but...
Oh, yeah. The problem is, like, they could have done it okay with the VGC, too. Like, they've done it in the past, and they just really kind of... I don't know how to say it. They just kind of like didn't follow through at all.
What, you don't want to go Rotom bike rallying?
Yeah, right? Like, okay. So in the past, they've done like really fun events where like they've done Little Cup and they've done colors or something fun. And this time they were just like, but what if you just battled with your Switch upside down?
That was so dumb.
Why?
That was so dumb.
Why though?
Yeah.
It's an
What if you didn't? How about that?
Yep. Hear
Yeah.
me out. What if we just didn't do that? Because that makes no sense.
It's like,
I think it's literally just a way to like influence misclicks, right? Like
that's all you're doing is like, oh, do you have the same dexterity as your opponent? No. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's actually a test of dexterity. And I don't know. It's that one was weird. Like I saw that one. I want to pull it up because like, I don't know if it's in the news, but it shouldn't be.
It's not.
Just because like it's so silly stupid. Like I don't even know how to explain it other than it's just absolutely nonsense. Like they just didn't try. They just didn't try at all.
Like TCG is embracing the gym leader challenge, which kind of cool. Whatever,
they had some cool stuff. They actually had some cool stuff. So let's start with the video game because like the video game is so nonsense. They have time trials, which are free for you just to run around with your bike in the wild area, which I just don't understand. Then you have some pickup pods, so you could just do, regular VGC, which I'll probably do a couple of those. One, because they're cheap, but two, because they're a lot of fun. They did do the fun one that, because the internet's doing it, called the Pokemon Sword and Shield Catch Cup, where I think you have a specific area where you can go catch your entire team that you're about to go battle with, which sounds kind of fun.
It does.
So I'm into that idea. So I'm definitely going to consider that. I'm going to look into it some more today to see like what the most optimal strategy might be for something like that. But to see if it's worthwhile doing. They do actually, and I found this really cute because we're prepping for it anyway with Summer League. They do have a Spikemuth doubles cut tournament, which is going to be a lot of fun.
I mean, there's no Zacian.
Yeah, so, there's no Zacian. Yes. So I might actually just sign up for that because there's no Zacian, and we're already prepping for Spikemuth teams anyway for the Summer League, so I might as well do it, right? Like, just build a Spikemuth doubles team. That sounds like fun. But yeah, and then the Malamar Cup's the thing I was telling you about where you flip your Switch upside down for no reason, which makes absolutely no sense. And then they're doing Spikemuth again on Sunday, and another Catch Cup on Sunday. That's the Catch Cup sounds actually pretty interesting.
The Catch Cup sounds intriguing.
I'm sure they'll screw it up somehow, but the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield Catch Cup will give players a time limit in a specific area in which to catch their team before battling out in a tournament. So it's probably different areas for different things. I don't know. I imagine it's just like Wild Area, Isle of Armor, or something like that.
Yeah, it's like this area of the Isle of Armor or something like that.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like a fun Puckle event. We should do it on stream. I'm all for that. All right, let's see. But yeah, that's what they did for us. In the TCG side events, though, they, like you said, way more fun. They're embracing a lot of things. They're doing things called booster battles, which I'm not sold on yet. They're supposed to be 10-card decks that you build from one booster pack. Like you crack.
They have the Ditto evolution rules or something.
Yeah, they have the mutant evolution rules or something like that, and I don't understand it. It does not sound fun.
I remember doing a couple of those at Nationals when we went like last time.
Yeah, I'd much rather do they have build and battle stuff happening. I'd much rather do that.
Build and battle is better.
Love a build and battle.
I'd rather do build and battle. Build and battle is way better. I will probably start my Friday off with a build and battle.
The correct option.
That is the correct option. I will probably just, because it starts at 10 a.m. They do a build and battle. I'll probably get Shamu to do it with me, and we'll have some fun.
Surprised build and battles just aren't pickup.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well. I wonder if it's because they only have so much stock or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll probably just do some build and battles for fun though. Like I really like them. They're a fun format, and because like the side event. So I think the event itself starts at like 7 a.m.
That sounds about the time they'd open the doors for check-in and whatnot.
Yeah, I think it starts around 7 a.m. or something like that. But the side events don't start until 10. So
I was gonna say, I think when I did the VGC portion a couple years ago, it's like they wanted you there around 8:30 if you didn't check in the day before.
Yeah.
And though with them checking COVID protocol,
it might be earlier.
Probably has to open earlier just to process all of the vaccinations and whatnot. But
I'll probably try to shuffle my way over there around 9 o'clock or something.
Yeah, like the event didn't start till 9.
Yeah, I'll probably just try to shuffle my way over at 9 just to like, because they usually have like a little pop-up Pokemon Center anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll probably be open early enough to go around. I don't know how many spectators are actually going to go, especially in like with how restrictive they are with the COVID protocols. Like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like how much they're like really leaning into it. I mean, good for them. The competitive Pokemon scene has always been very progressive though.
Mm-hmm.
So good for them. But yeah, it's I'm going to that. So if you're going to, say hi. Maybe we can get lunch.
Yeah, and then you would get to know Thatch in person for real instead of,
And then maybe I'll friend you on Discord.
Exactly. See how that works?
Have you guys been up to anything though? Oh man, we spent most of the time talking about Thatch. I'm so sorry.
Thatch.
I did do a sword speed run like D-Rust yesterday, so that was cool.
Oh, how'd that go?
I got like under 515 just following the guide, and I got lost a few times. My Inteleon was bad. So, not bad. I think on the leaderboard it would have been like 52nd place if I turned it in, but I'm going to see if I can get under like 4.5 hours. I think that's a good goal.
Okay, that's good. What about you, Sublime? Anything
Less
crazy?
Pokemon related. It's graduation season, y'all. I just went to a high school. Yep. Very that.
Checks out.
Riveting.
I know, checks out. All right, well, on that note, let's go kick it on over to the news. So let's cue that epic music.
Town Radio Tower. This just in.
And welcome to the news. In the news, we got a few things. First of all, nobody cares, but the second episode of Hisuian Snow has released. The next and final episode is going to premiere on June 22nd.
I will be watching that series on June 22nd.
Yes, that's when I will start watching.
Yeah.
It's only 3 episodes, and I heard the episodes are all just part of one episode.
That's what it looked like to me when I watched the first episode, so it's like, I'll wait for the final one.
Also, and I think more importantly, James Turner, the art director for Swish, he also designed things such as Shadow Lugia and some other Pokemon from Gen 5 onwards, like Diaper Bird and...
Braviary, right?
No, he didn't do Braviary, he did Volibee.
Ah, that's the one.
He did Vanillite and Galurk as well.
It's the first American-designed Pokemon, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, not American.
Yeah,
not American.
that's why
not American. English speaking. He's from England.
Yeah. Work.
He was the art director though for that. He was also the director of Harmonite, Tembo the Badass Elephant, which is a game that I keep forgetting that they made. He's left Game Freak though, and he made his own studio called All Possible Futures.
The company formed back in 2019, which is the same year that Sword and Shield came out.
Yeah, I wish him the best, and I look forward to what he already announced the game too, right?
Yeah, I think it's like some kind of bard game.
Cool.
It looks kind of cool, though. It's coming out next year. That's how we knew he left a lot earlier.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on then. You get this next one, Sigma, about, I guess, just how is things going?
Yeah, so this was an interesting one, because I've been enjoying this for like 8 months now, but its growth has gone astronomical in the past couple months. And that's Ironmon, which is randomizer essentially solo run Nuzlocke on Twitch.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's a randomizer, you can play around with things like enemy levels. So enemy levels are like 50% higher, and there's the rules block grinding and using healing items outside of battle and buying healing items.
I should do this on stream.
It's a very good stream experience. But the thing is, like, it's just grown massively to the point where it's got its own Twitch tag now that got voted in.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. In April, they had a bot in their Discord server that records every time like a stream with the word Ironman goes live. And they went from about 100 streamers streaming daily back in April, to end of April, to now it's like 250 streamers daily now. So it's kind of absurd. The new rules release, they released this weekend.
Interesting.
When we're recording it. So that'll be interesting. It'll probably boost it even more. And it's just a fun time if you're looking for something new to watch on Twitch. Check it out.
Maybe I'll do this. It sounds fun.
Yeah, I would recommend it. It's a good stream time. You lose a lot.
Perfect.
That kind of is what makes it exciting, because people are like on their thousands of attempts in Fire Red trying to beat the game.
We should do it.
Yeah, because you need to roll the right Pokemon. If you're weak to fire, there's not a great chance for you to get there, because in the randomizer, you don't get HMs in the randomization pool.
Oh, no.
No, because you need them when you need them,
yeah,
right, to progress.
And you can't unlearn them in the game's code, so they don't touch that.
Exactly.
So it's like, you don't have to worry about things like Surf or Waterfall sitting around, but the number of fire attacks that are high power in Gen 3 are absurd.
Yes.
You just learned that through the randomizer, and it's a good time. So, yeah, it's something to check up on, because its growth is gone astronomical. And
we'll do it.
Now that they have their little tracker, it's really easy to watch too, because you can see what the stats are and the move pool is at all times when they're streaming.
Okay, you should send me these things, and then we'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on. Let's Sublime take these next two pieces. I think it's
all right. Some Sword and Shield news. The single Battle Cup has been announced for June 24th through 26th, so you got time to sign up still. Signups are open now, but it is just BSS without restrictions existing for Japan to qualify for the Battlemaster Finals. So if you need those 50 BP...
No Zacian.
And no Zacian. We love no Zacian. I mean, we love Zacian too, but...
They wanted a qualifier without, like, the restricted mons. Like,
there you go. Yeah, this is your moment.
I'm just so stunned by, like, how bad they are in Sword and Shield at making tournaments. Because, like, I look back on, like, Sun and Moon when we had the tournaments and stuff, and they had so many fun ones. And I look at the ones we've gotten in Sword and Shield, and it's just like, yeah, this is BSS, or yeah, this is just VGC.
The most interesting one they did was Spikemuth, and that's how it's a Summer League tournament now.
Spikemuth is fun. I absolutely agree with that.
I don't know how Spikemuth wasn't a real rule set. I don't know why they did one restricted when they did no Dynamax.
Yeah, I know.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
All right. Well, the more exciting news is next, though. Sublime.
That's right, because my boy, Delphox, is in Unite. Get into it.
I heard it wasn't that good, though.
I heard it's really good, but...
Is it?
I heard its DPS was good, but...
It's a fully, it's going to have to evolve to Delphox, so you know how that is.
No, but...
Well, like, the ones that have to evolve twice are usually, like, they have to pay off when they're fully evolved. And they may have to suffer for it when they're not. But my understanding is it's pretty good, so good for him.
I really want to play that again, too. I just wish I had more time.
Yeah, I should jump into it maybe a little bit. It's just like, the tedium.
There's just so much to do.
Dealing with other people,
I don't mind doing it when you get a bunch of Puckle people. I don't mind doing it when you can get 5 Puckle people.
That part, that's fun. That's extremely fun.
That's
when
fun.
You work with other humans. But when you just, laddering, solo.
Yep.
Ooh. You are at the whims of other people, and that's never fun.
Yeah.
People who want to give up very quick.
Get into the Delphox fantasy, y'all.
All right. So, moving gears to the TCG, though, of the 43.2 billion cards produced ever in the lifetime of Pokemon, 9.2 billion of them actually just were produced last year. Which is a fun little tidbit, which one shows like how much they've been overprinting the sets because scalpers were coming for them. It's great because now it's like the old days where you just see Pokemon cards all over the place. I'm pretty sure there's still scalpers, but man, has the price been dropped so hard. on a lot of cards, and that makes me super happy.
I mean, the packs right now are really fun to open just because of the different types of rares in them that you can find.
Yes.
And they're not like super expensive if you just want to own them. But with the character rares, Radiance,
I think the TCG is in a great place.
It is. It is in a very healthy place, and I'm looking forward to hopefully them carrying it through with Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah. It's very, very, very healthy. Moving on, though, let's go to Pokemon Go. We'll start with Sigma.
Yeah, it's not terribly exciting. They announced some stuff for the TCG tie-in that's happening for the second half of the month. There's a special hat Pikachu, and there's a Wimpod.
Wow.
The news on that was not terribly exciting. It's like, whatever.
Oh, and there's more news.
Is anyone still playing Go?
Yes.
Who's playing Go?
A lot of people.
I play Go.
Cool.
I play Go.
I don't know. I checked out.
I hatched a lot of eggs this week for fossils.
You know what made me bitter? You know what made me real bitter was there was the pattern where for Community Day it was like the starters in a certain order, right? And like some weeks they wouldn't. And then it was supposed to be Snivy's turn.
And they ruined it.
And they just stopped following the pattern. And I'm like, I'm out. Y'all did me too dirty.
To be fair, they were going to run out of starters real quick, so they...
Yeah, it was like, they did it all the way through Gen 4, but the minute it's supposed to be my turn, they're like, oh no. You're going to wait much longer. So I'm like, well, I see how it is.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway,
Speaking
Community Day. Yes, speaking of. It's June 25th, and it's going to be from 11 to 2, wherever you at. And it's going to be Dino, so get into it. That's a great Pokemon.
That's actually a really good Community Day.
Pseudo-Legendaries are really strong, yeah. This would be a good one to do if you do in that. The event will have a quarter hatching and double catch candy, which we love. There will also be a 4-star Zwilus raid that will boost dino spawns around the gym upon defeat. So, that's even better.
That's nice.
Yeah. So get your fairies.
That's after the event ends, too.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's cool. So it's like it don't even stop.
They wanted it more hours for people, but they didn't want it to be 6 hours. So they're like...
I really hate that it's not 6. Like, the 6 was really great. Their argument for it taking away the 6 is really bad, in my opinion. Because their argument was, like, nobody was playing for more than 3 hours anyway. I'm like, yeah, but a lot of people were playing...
That's not the point. But, like, people were playing the entire time. It's about the flexibility.
Yes.
What if you got a morning shift? What if you got an afternoon shift? What if you got to go to, like, your parents for whatever? Or I don't know. Like, people have lives.
A great example is my wife works on Saturdays, which this is. June 25th is a Saturday.
There you go.
My wife works Saturdays from, like, 8 to 2. So she couldn't partake.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was from 11 to 5...
If it was 11 to 5, she gets off at 2, so we could go do it.
And then she could go have her community.
Exactly.
See? That's not a good reason. Lazy.
Exactly. No,
irresponsible.
I think it's
hateful.
I think it's very terrible.
Mm-hmm. You see, this is why I quit. This is why people quit. So
it's like why they're saying they want to get rid of or lessen remote raid passes. It's like,
why?
More people are raiding. You're probably making more money with the remote raid
I know.
passes. I don't understand.
They don't understand. All right. Next thing, so we get out of the negativity. We're going to do Puckle's Poke Prediction, the triple P.
It's because it was Go.
Yep. Not every Pokemon can be a Corviknight, but we can pray for the line to be better than Thievul. Out of Lechonk, Palmy, and Smoliv, which evolution line will have the most competitive impact? My answer is 1000% Smoliv, because I don't think Lechonk...
Same.
I think...
I'm Team Smoliv, too, unless Lechonk has, like, huge powers.
Lechonk could surprise you, but I think it's Smoliv.
If Lechonk becomes a flying pig with wings and becomes a fairy type...
The real answer is none of them. But if it's one of them, I'd say Smoliv.
Smoliv has the best chance out of the rest of them. Because, like, Lechonk is... I think Lechonk is the new Wooloo, obviously. And...
Yeah.
And Wooloo, like, not Wooloo, but Double was definitely a disappointment. And...
It was aggressively okay.
I'm really hoping that Lechonk's evolution is more than just okay. And I'm hoping they give Lechonk a type that's not normal as well. And it maybe because they gave it a Roma Veil, which has only been given to fairy type Pokemon so far.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it does have a big nose though. So
yeah, that's true. But I'm hoping that it's a fairy type. I think that'd be fun.
We'll see.
Palmy, I think is going to evolve.
I
definitely.
hope so.
Yeah, that would be great if it evolved because there hasn't been a Pika clone that's evolved. Period. I hope it evolves. Palmy needs to evolve. Please evolve, Palmy.
Or hidden ability with huge power. That could help it too.
Yeah.
But
huge power just makes everything good is the problem.
Huge power makes everything right.
That's very true.
We can't rely on huge power to make everything good.
Small is just going to evolve into something good. That's my prediction. I think it could evolve into. I think there's like a small chance it could turn into a fire grass type, like a small chance.
A lot of people have said that, so we'll see.
I think there's a very small chance because like it's got the oil from the olives, and like that's technically a little bit flammable. Yep. We're gonna leave it there. The last thing I want to talk about is Summer League is starting this week on the server. So definitely go check it out. All the gym leaders have times. I think there are 10 badges this year, but only 9 gym leaders. And I believe the way we're giving out the 10th badge, which I really like, is we are doing somewhat weekly, probably bi-weekly battle clinics where you can come and like test out teams against other competitors or other people on the server. And if you just attend those, you get the badge. Like,
so it's a freebie.
It's a freebie. I love it, though. I love it a lot. So
Get a free fairy badge.
Yeah, free fairy badge because nobody chose fairy.
And also, like, without all the tapu, it's kind of a sad typing in this format.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
exactly.
beside the point.
Exactly. All right. Well, that's going to be it for us. We're going to kick it on over to Puckle's Poke Quiz, where we're going to quiz your co-host on their insane Pokemon knowledge.
Hello and welcome to the Poke Quiz, the part of the show where we quiz your co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge. I'm Professor Snag with the rules. The co-hosts are working together as a team to answer 5 Pokemon-themed trivia questions that you, the listeners, have submitted on the Discord server. Each question is worth 1 point, with Pokedex and multiple answer questions worth more, for a total of 7 points. The hosts can use a free hint at any time. If they get all the answers correct without using the hint, they can cash it in for an 8th point.
And welcome to Poke Quiz. Thank you for that introduction. We're going to jump right on into it with our first question coming to you from BBarn894. Which generation saw the introduction of the most Pokemon? I'll just let you guys tell me the right answer.
It's Gen 5.
It's Gen 5.
That's correct. Wow, who would have thought? I didn't read the answer. Gen 5 with like 156. Yeah, I read the question. I read the question as like I didn't pre-read it, obviously, and I read it and I was just like, oh, we all know this. All right.
I mean, unless we count the regional forms from Gen 1 now.
Even then, I don't think it
they're
works.
just regional.
The regional forms don't count. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Our next question is going to come to you from Coil. With the retyping in Generation 6. Which champion is the first to use a fairy type?
Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's go through the champions. I know Cynthia has a Togekiss, so that's up there.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cynthia comes to mind. I don't think any of them have an Azumarill.
No, I don't think they do.
Why would anybody have a non-hidden ability Azumarill? Stop it.
Right.
Huge power isn't
it's not hidden?
Ability.
Is Sap Zipper the hidden?
Sap Zipper is hidden.
Yeah, it's probably Cynthia, right?
Yeah, probably, because no champion had a Gardevoir. Unless one of Blue's teams maybe had one. Had something.
There's a lot of flex slots in there because he has a certain starter, but I don't think so.
Because I think it's like Executor,
Gyarados, Arcanine are the 3, right? And then you've got Pidgeot.
I don't know what his like Fire Red Leaf Green rematch team is because I think that exists, but
let's say Cynthia.
Yeah.
Cynthia is correct with the Togekiss, only in Platinum, by the way. She doesn't have Togekiss in Diamond and Pearl.
Well, I only played Platinum because I have taste.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you. I'm not going to disagree with you.
Not the wrong choice.
When I played, the Elite Four had their correct type, so there.
I don't know. I like the way they did it. I like the BDSP teams. Outside of
I didn't play that.
I really
BDSP was scary.
Yeah.
Like
I really like the teams. They did a really good job actually on the gyms. Like those are fantastic. Because they're just like, you can't change anything except for the movesets. And then they are just like, oh, can we now?
And then you get to the Elite Four, and it's like, you can have items now, too. It's like,
it was brutal. It was brutal.
I think in the rematches, they gave, like, an Aggron with Rockhead, one attack with a choice band. It's like, no. The AI is always going to click this attack.
Yep.
I don't care.
All right, so your next question is your Pokedex entry question, and it's going to come to you. This one this week is going to be from Gray the Gray. Its Soul Silver Dex entry reads, once it becomes an adult, it has a tendency to let its comrades plant footprints on its back. Who's that Pokemon?
Huh.
Once it becomes an adult, it has a tendency to let its comrades plant footprints on its back.
Maybe slacking?
I was thinking Primate, but I have no idea why.
The things, the Pokemon I think of people stepping on the most are like Stunfisk, and those don't have feet to step on each
Or
other.
Comrade, yeah.
This is also from Soul Silver, so Stunfisk is...
That part, yeah.
I'm fine with Primate to get a second clue.
Sure. Okay.
Primate is incorrect. This is from its Ultra Sun Pokedex entry, and it reads, the fluid of this Pokemon's tail secretions changes in intensity of its hue as the Pokemon's emotions change.
Oh, it's Smeargle.
Okay.
Smeargle is correct. That is 1 point for you guys. You got 3 for 3. All right, your next question is your multiple answer question. You can get up to 3 points here. And this one's going to come to you from Farmer Fox. There are 9 answers.
Ooh.
Boy.
You get a point for every 3. And the question is, which 9 types have moves that are boosted with the Iron Fist ability?
Oh,
that's good. Okay.
Iron Fist, for those of you at home, are like punching moves.
Let's just start with the
Fire, electric,
elemental
ice.
fire, electric, ice.
Yeah, those punches.
Those are all correct. That is 1 point.
Steel.
So Meteor Mash and Double Iron Bash, I believe, are both punching moves. So Steel fighting.
Steel and fighting.
Those are both
I
correct
believe
as well.
normal. Mega Punch, right?
Mega Punch normal, yeah.
That's 6. That is 2 points. You are missing 3 types.
So now...
You're missing 3 types.
Now it's the tricky part.
2 of them are kind of sketchy. Is
Shadow Punch boosted?
Shadow Punch is boosted. That is 1. The other two are tricky tricks.
Oh gosh.
They are not. They are punching moves that are not named after punching moves.
They are punching moves.
that's rude.
They are punching moves not named after punching moves, and the Pokemon that has them does not have Iron Fist.
Well, that begs the question of why. Right? Oh my gosh.
That's ugly.
Let's think of what types might have a thing that might be fist-like.
So they're like a duo.
It would make sense. It'll make sense to you when you realize what moves they are.
Ugh.
They might come from the same Pokemon, yes.
It's just that one Pokemon.
Is that mon these two?
1 Pokemon, 2 types of moves that are all about hitting
it's
people
a Pokemon with 2
in
signature
very
moves.
particular ways.
Oh, it's Urshifu. Yeah, Water and Dark.
Water and Dark. Wicked Blow and Surging Strikes will get boosted by Iron Fist if you skill swap it onto Urshifu.
I guess.
Why would you want to get rid of its ability that's already broken?
Exactly. Why would you want to get rid of Unseen Fist? Nobody knows. All right. Well, that gives you 3 points. So you guys are up to 6 for 4. You still haven't used the hint, even though I was very generous on that last question.
You were generous, and we appreciate it.
No, I don't think we were ever going to get to
No, you were never going to get to that. You were never going to get there.
It's like, no.
All right. So your final question is your base stat question, as always. And this week it's going to come to you from the Purple Knight. What Pokemon with Intimidate has the highest base defense stat? They are getting creative. They are getting creative in that channel, let me tell you.
Is it creative or is it arbitrary?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Oh.
Okay, so Intimidators, Arcanine has a pretty good defense, right? No, it's really not.
Do you just want to use the hint?
Yeah, you know what? I don't care. Let's use the hint.
This is a dual type Pokemon. One of the types is fighting.
No fighting. Some fighting.
So it's not Hitmontop.
It is not Hitmontop. And Hitmontop is up there for the defenses. So that's, yeah.
Hitmontop is actually number 2 in this category.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
What other fighting types have it?
Oh, I know what it is. It's Scrafty!
Oh, that makes sense. Yep.
That's got big old defenses.
Scrafty is correct.
Both of them.
Scrafty has a defense stat of base 115. Hitmontop and Tauros tie for second place in this category at 95. This is all trivia that nobody will ever need to know again. And then Incineroar, Landorus, Therian, and Stoutland tie for third with 90. So that's a fun trivia fact for you that you'll never be able to tell your friends because you'll sound like a nerd. But good news is we can end our trivia segment and we can put some points on the board for both of you. That actually just expands Sigma's lead. Oh, actually, Sublime, you get points too. You are already on the board. Look at that.
I sure am.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to sort it. In first place, we have Sigma in the lead with 16 points. In second place, we have Sublime with 15 points. We've got Shark and Linian tied for third with 8, and Seth Vilo in fifth with 7, and everybody else has yet to get on the board. So yay us! We're doing a good job. Next time we're gonna have to up the points to like 40. Yeah, that's what we might do next time. All right, but until then, we are gonna kick it there, and we're gonna switch it on over to the topic after this short break. We have another review for you guys today from Apple Podcast from Ben. You can feel the love and soul these guys have for the game and each other, and it's such a refreshing thing to hear passionate people talking about something they love and not just use the podcast as a way to shove adverts down your throat. With all hosts having separate professions from the podcast, it always feels like you're listening to a podcast made by people who want to be there, instead of just being there to pay their rent. No disrespect to anyone who makes their living for media, but you can really feel the love when listening to PUCL. Thanks for that wonderful 5-star review. If you want your review read on the podcast, just drop it, and we'll probably get it there. So we appreciate it. Every review helps us, so please review us wherever you can find us. And until then, we will catch you on the flip-flop. And welcome to the topic. Our topic today is going to be top 5 and bottom 5 poison types. That's right, we're cashing in the chips on the easy topic again. I don't know, these are just also fun. I liked doing it last time for rock. And today we're doing poison. So the way we're going to kick this off is each of us is going to propose a top and a bottom choice for our top 5 and our bottom 5. I think the way we should do it is that the three of us have to unanimously agree for those rankings.
Okay.
To slot them onto that list.
Then we should start with the easy one.
Well, we're going to take turns.
Yeah, we'll take turns. I'm going to propose for the top. I would like to propose Beedrill. Maybe Mega Beedrill specifically, but because I think Beedrill is just very classic poison type bug.
Yeah.
Every other poison type bug is a shadow.
Whoa. Because there is one poison bug type that I actually like as well as Beedrill.
There's a Gen 5 one.
Scolipede is super cool.
I think it is a shadow.
I strongly disagree.
It is a shadow of the greatness that is Beedrill.
Beedrill is a shadow of its greatness. Mega Beedrill don't exist anymore, first of all.
That's true, but I think Mega Beedrill's solid.
And Scolipede is still running it, okay?
I like Beedrill, though.
I like Beedrill, but I also like Scolipede, and it's not a shadow.
Okay, fine. Mm-hmm. I would agree with Scolipede for the top 5 if we want to just, pivot to that then, because I think we could all agree to that.
Speed Boost is such a good ability.
Yeah.
And the design is cool.
It's so cool. I liked it before Speed Boost, and then they made it good. I'm like, yes, Scolipede, you deserve it.
It doesn't have to baton pass the Speed Boost away.
Yes.
That's a good. It's a good poison.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll allow it.
Mega Beedrill is super cool though too.
I like Mega Beedrill. I think we should hold off on the Mega Beedrill as we go down the list because there's a lot of good Pokemon period in this category.
Yeah. I think we found that we like most poison types, is the thing.
Yeah, which is really surprising at the end of the day.
Well, you know what? Most of Gen 1, the most common type after water was poison. Yeah.
It was, actually. It was.
They gave it to everything.
Yeah, well, it was just are you a grass type? Well, then you're probably also a poison type unless you're Tangela.
It's the vines aren't poison, it's fine.
So let's put Scolipede in the top 5. Okay, but bottom 5. Bottom 5. I know we talked a little bit before the show.
Easy.
I want to propose something that wasn't in something we discussed before. I want to propose Quillfish.
I have that on my list for bottom as well. I will second that.
Because regular Quillfish,
agree.
You can do some fun little draft shenanigans with him in draft leagues, but he is just hot garbage otherwise.
And water poison is a crowded field, and I think he's at the bottom of it. In many areas. Yeah, the only thing he's got going for him is he's got Swift Swim.
But he also has Intimidate.
He does have Intimidate. He's got some uses, but they're very niche. It's cute to get him to work, but I just don't think he's as fun. And I even think the Hisuian, I don't know. I was really upset.
I hate the Hisuian.
I was really upset with what they did with Hisuian Pokemon. Not saying that Hisuians are bad. I think Weird here is great. Thing that I really dislike is I really, really dislike You know how Gen 4 has these types of Pokemon? What if we made Pokemon that were in Gen 4, but they had the exact same types at the same time? That'd be fun, right? To ruin the type diversity? That'd be really cool. They did that with Sneasel and Sneasler. They just doubled up on Croagunk's type. And then they did it again with Quillfish.
They improved upon Croagunk's type.
Then they did it again with Quillfish, though. And they gave Quillfish the same type as Drapion, who did it better, in my opinion.
I mean, it's a common type, and it's a good type, but I don't like the look. I love the colors, but I hate the color. Yeah, like...
It was really bad.
I would put Quillfish and Overquill in the bottom.
I'm not against that, honestly.
Like, this is lazy. Like, this is so... I hate it.
I like Overquill's name.
It's maybe my least favorite of the Hisuian.
I like his name.
I like the name.
I really like his name. That saves him for me.
I'm not going to defend him anymore, but I will say the name was really well done.
So, Sublime, we'll say that was your bottom pick. Let's go with your top pick.
Okay, here's an easy one we're all gonna agree on, I think. Gengar.
I like Gengar.
You love Gengar! It's the OG!
I like Gengar.
I like Gengar more as a ghost.
Okay, but it is a poison type, though.
Yeah.
It is a poison type. I never think of it as a poison type.
I just think he's basic.
Remember how long Gengar got to live without the weakness to ground?
I know.
Oh, so good.
I miss
Chef's
it.
kiss. Yeah.
I feel like Gengar is like number 6 for me.
Okay, interesting. Okay, I thought that'd be a shoo-in. I thought we were all gonna be like, yeah, Gengar's great. We all love Gengar.
If this is a ghost list, I'm like, Gengar, iconic ghost.
Gengar's iconic in Ghost. Yeah.
Okay, but like, if it's both, I don't know. Like, I treat it as both.
The poison type list is so big.
I think there's other things in Poison, though, that outclass, like, especially for even just look at like Gen 1, like things that seem more iconic for Poison to me in Gen 1 are like Nidoking and Nidoqueen.
Is it iconic for being poison, or is it just iconic in general? Like, I guess that's,
That's a great question.
I'm thinking from a poison perspective. It's like...
From a Poison perspective, I agree.
There are more poison types I would want on this list before Gengar.
I feel like if it's on the list, I'm just comparing it to everything else on the list, and Gengar is iconic. I wasn't saying, oh, well, it's a ghost first. Like, it's a dual type. If you're a dual type, you qualify, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying when I think of Gengar, I think of Ghost. I ignore the poison typing on it.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
I agree with that. I'm going to give it an A because I think he's number 6.
Okay, let's move on. I am gooped and gagged, and I guarantee you a lot of people are going to be pissed. But that's their problem.
I'm sure they will.
They will, and then they can send me...
Gengar's iconic!
They can send an email and yell at me about it. That's fine.
Okay, well, just know, people, I went up to bat for Gengar. Let it be known.
You tried.
What do you got, Sigma? What do you got?
I got Crobat.
That's on my list for tops.
I agree with that. Yeah, that was on my list.
That's on my list for tops.
The Zubat line is top poison.
Did you know that's the only poison flying type line still?
Yeah, I think I was a trivia a little bit ago.
Somehow it's still the only poison flying type line?
I love the line.
Hard agree.
I always preferred, before we started getting more interesting, like, birds, early game, I always preferred Crobat.
Yeah, no.
I still prefer Crobat.
Crobat's solid.
It's like, Pidgey? No. Screw Pidgey. I want a Zubat.
Okay, let's not yell about Pidgey, because Pidgey, I think, is great.
I'm not complaining about Pidgey, or, like...
I think Pidgey's great.
Any of them, right? Like, Tailo, whatever. The point is, I always preferred Zubat to whatever early game bird I was offered.
That's fair. Like, except for, like, Starly.
Starly's good. That's fair.
I think if I were to rank, like, the normal flying type starting birds, I would do Starly then Pidgey.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pidgeots just get points for being OG, but I don't know.
Pidgeot's actually pretty good. And then we're not even talking about...
Is it?
Yeah, and then we're not even talking about Mega Pidgeot.
We're not even talking about poisons, but, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they gave it a stat boost, huh? Pretty recently.
They gave it a stat boost, and it gets Heat Wave.
With the Mega?
That helped.
It got Heat Wave, and the Mega was actually really good. No Guard Hurricane.
The Mega's cool. If only we could use it, but it's cool.
Yeah. No Guard Hurricane was pretty fun.
Very cool, yeah. But Crobat, gotta love Crobat. I'm on board with that.
Yeah, I'm here for Crobat.
I didn't think Crobat was gonna see any, like, hatred towards it.
Crobat's solid. I'll take it. What's your nomination for the bottom?
I think I gotta go Galarian Slowking. Just because they didn't... So, when they revealed Galarian Slowbro, it looked really cool. It was different from Slowbro, and I liked it a lot. When they did Slowking, it's like, oh, it's just another Slowking. Like, just design-wise, it was disappointing to me.
I mean, It's got like this vampire thing. It's got a cape.
But like, I'm just comparing Slowbro to Galarian Slowbro.
I don't know that I would put it on the bottom.
Yeah, I like it a good amount.
I like it enough, not top 5 enough.
Yeah. It's not top 5 for sure, but like it pulls its thing down. I like it.
Bottom poison types are hard.
I agree.
Is where it's at.
Well, we have some shoo-ins. Maybe we should do our shoo-ins first.
I think we got some shoo-ins. Yeah, okay. I think we got some shoo-ins. Okay, so we're at top. We got 2 for top and we got 2 for bottom so far. That's what we're recapping. We got Scolipede and Crobat in the top 5. We got Quillfish and Overquill in the bottom 5 because we're just like, yeah, screw this.
Yeah, it's a mess.
They can both go. It's fine.
I'll start with the bottom nomination just so we can like kick it in there and like get an easy
Slam
goal.
dunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna slam dunk it, and I'm gonna say Swalot.
It's just crappy muck.
It's worse muck. It's just worse muck.
It's worse muck.
Yeah, it doesn't need to
It's a
exist.
stomach.
No,
Like-
it doesn't. Like, no. Sorry.
Its gimmick's not even fun.
Unless you have a vor interest, like, no.
Yeah. Okay, and then top 5. I'm gonna say top 5 because we haven't put a Gen 1 in there. I really like Nidoking.
Yeah, that's fine.
It seems very iconic poison to me.
It is iconic, but is it, like, the problem is how do you choose Nidoking over Nidoqueen?
I was honestly gonna say like maybe it should be like Nidoking / Nidoqueen in the same slot, but like because they're the same base stats essentially, they just redistributed them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have no problem with one over the other. I just think one of them deserves to be up there because they're both very quintessential.
Can they just share it? Because they should.
They can share it.
I'll let it be shared. I think they should share it.
I'll say yes if they can share it.
They can share it.
They can share it. I have no problem with this. I agree with it. I think Nidoking / Nidoqueen. When I think Gen 1 poison type, I think them first over something like Arbok.
I think Gengar.
Well, I think Ghost type for Gengar, but...
Okay, you can think more than one thing for a thing, though, you know?
When I think ghost type, I think Gengar because it
Yes.
was the only good ghost for the first 2 generations.
Yes, it was the only good ghost, but it was also a poison type, and I appreciate that.
It was the only good ghost for like a while.
First 3
Yeah.
generations, my bad.
First 3 gens, yeah, until Gen 4, yeah.
And that's when it got to use its special attack with its stabs.
Good times.
Yeah, Gen 4, I think it didn't happen until like...
See, we love Gengar. It should be on this list, but that's besides.
That's for Ghost. We'll do it for the Ghost episode, on the Ghost episode.
But we're talking about how good of a ghost it is, yeah.
All right. Sublime, you got 2 more?
Okay, yeah, I definitely got 2 more.
We could probably get a shoe-in. I think we got some shoe-in still, but...
Let me dump a shoe in for the bottom, because I know we'll agree on this. Dustox.
Yeah, burn that.
Ugh.
Yeah, just get rid of
Who
it.
has ever hatched, evolved a Wurmple and be like, awesome, I got the Dustox line?
Right?
No. Especially because it has a worse special attack when you want to be attacking.
You know what's even funnier? Like, in the anime, that's the exact reaction they had, too.
Of course it is. And I love Jessie, and I love Jessie's Dustox, but it's bottom 5.
Mhm.
No, I love it because she was, like, hoping for the Beautifly, and then, like, they get the Cascoon, and she doesn't understand that it's a Cascoon.
The level of denial.
She doesn't understand it's a Cascoon for the longest time until it evolves into Dustox.
And then I love the turnaround. It's like, actually, Dustox is better. I'm like, you know what? I appreciate the commitment.
Dustox is better than Beautifly, but, like, it's also just a bad poison type. I don't know.
I don't know. I'd rather have Beautifly. Like, at least it can have a special attack that does something. But,
Yeah.
Like, you're going through the early game.
That's true.
So that's my bottom. I really would love to see Sneasler on the top.
I'm not against it.
I'm not against it.
It's an awesome Hisuian. It is a great stat distribution. It made Toxicroak irrelevant.
Like,
Toxicroak's just also bad, but...
Yeah, but this is the thing. It's a cool typing that makes it good.
I'm very excited to use it in singles. I'll say that.
I would love to see it.
It's got an amazing, design. Like, I love Sneasler. It's one of my favorite new Pokemon in a very long time.
I'm okay with it.
I'm not going to veto it because I think it's an interesting one. We could put it there. I'll say Sneasler.
I'm not against it. It's got a cool typing. It's got cool distribution that I'm excited to.
Cool typing, cool unique move, great stat BS, great stat distribution, great typing. Yeah, cool look. I love it.
It's definitely better than Toxicroak.
It is.
It's 1000% better than Toxicroak.
Toxicroak walked so that Sneasler could run. Okay.
Toxicroak just doesn't need to exist. Like,
very that.
Croagunk's holding up the flag, okay?
Yeah, Croagunk is where it's at.
Croagunk's the better poison fighting type.
Yep.
Just design wise, like
It's also just a very sublime Pokemon. Let's just keep it real. It's a very sublime Pokemon.
I feel like Croagunk, they designed Croagunk and they obviously had a banger. And they were just like, well, it should evolve though, right? And they were like, yeah, I guess so. And so then they just made Toxicroak. And then they just didn't think about it afterwards. And the game came out and it was just like, maybe we should have done something else.
Maybe we should have revised that design. Oh, well.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I just feel like Toxicroak is such a misstep. I don't know. It's just so, it looks so bad. It looks so bad.
It looks villainous, which makes sense because it was probably designed for, which galaxy member even uses it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Saturn,
I think.
Mars, I don't know.
I don't remember any of which ones is. It's Gen 4. Don't ask me about Team Galactic.
Back in Gen 4? You don't know? Okay.
Back in Gen 4 for Team Galactic, I do not remember which one. I remember, I think Mars has the Perugly.
Skuntank, doesn't she? Oh, okay. See, I don't even know. I thought Mars was Skuntank.
I thought Mars was in the Valley Windworks. And then there's Saturn, who's the man. Saturn has the Toxicroak. And then Jupiter has the Skuntank.
Okay. See, I don't even know.
From my recollection.
Point being, Sneasler, awesome. Toxicroak, you can quit. You can retire now. We got a better, more iconic one. But Croagunk can stick around, because Croagunk is more iconic than you, too, so... I do agree that Sneasler... The only problem I have with Sneasler is that it didn't make sense to me to exist.
I was confused by it, too.
Like, lore-wise. Because they were doing a really good job in Legends Arceus of not making any Hisuian forms of Pokemon that existed...
Were native to Sinnoh.
That were native to Sinnoh. Sneasel's the only Pokemon that's native to Sinnoh that got a Hisuian form. I don't know what the lore is as to why that Sneasel doesn't exist anymore.
Maybe it evolved. In the traditional sense of the word.
I heard somebody have a really fun theory that it was because of like the space-time distortions, because you can get regular Sneasel in Legends Arceus. The space-time distortions happen, and then the old Sneasel, like the original Sneasel, comes in and like wipes out the old Sneasel.
Not sure how, considering the new one beats its type, but sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it could live in the cold better or something. I don't know.
So it doesn't wipe it out, it just died out, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's very interesting, and I want to know the lore. I want to know the lore. All right. Okay, so we need one and one, right?
Yeah.
I think it's Sigma's turn.
I'm stuck for a top one.
Yeah, the top one's hard at this point. Like there's some good ones left.
There's a lot of good ones.
My reasoning is Toxtricity is cool, but similar to Gengar, I think of it more of an electric Pokemon than a poison Pokemon.
I would agree.
I'm gonna hold off on that one. So I'm actually stuck between Toxapex and
no, get out of here.
And
get out of
Weezing.
Toxapex.
Like Weezing is.
I don't see Weezing as a top either. Like it's cool.
Yeah,
it's like. That's where
I would agree more with Galarian Weezing than regular Weezing. Even then, I don't know that I would put it in the top.
Weezing just finally got interesting this gen with its with its neutralizing gas ability. Like it makes it interesting in doubles. It's interesting in singles, kind of as just a physical wall. But Toxapex has ran singles defensive cores since it was invented.
For sure. Like no one doubts that Toxapex is a good Pokemon. I don't know. I think its design. I don't love its design.
Yeah, I'm sitting over here like thinking of like Roserade, and being like,
I was thinking Roserade or even Venusaur.
Oh,
Venusaur is iconic for being the first and OG dual type starter. Okay,
I'm okay with Venusaur.
It starts as a poison grass, and I love that.
Actually, yeah, I think Venusaur wins that.
I like Venusaur. I'm okay with Venusaur.
I think Venusaur hits the top. I think Venusaur's that last slot in the top.
Venusaur deserves it.
I was torn between it and Roserade as well, though, because Roserade's great, too.
Roserade's not bad.
Roserade gets an honorable mention, but, like, Venusaur is the winner. Okay, so we need a worse one. We only need one more worse one.
I mean, we were dunking on Toxicroak all day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I want to keep dunking on it, but like, I don't know. There's some other things that exist that probably shouldn't.
Garbodor is right there.
I feel like Skuntank is lame, too. For me, it's between Skuntank and Toxicroak. What were you suggesting?
I said Garbodor is right there.
Garbodor? I don't know. A lot of people have a soft spot for it.
Yeah, but it's still Garbodor.
Garbodor I can't be mad at.
It's Garbodorable.
One of the Pokemon I want to be mad at is Seviper.
I like Seviper's design, though.
Just for existing.
Yeah, it's a cool design, though.
Like, Seviper and Zangoose are really cool designs. They're one of the...
Agree.
They might be the only cool duology design in Ruby and Sapphire.
They're one of the best.
Ain't Plusle and Minun.
They're better than Plusle and Minun. They're better than Lunatone and Solrock.
They're better than a lot of things, actually.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of Pokemon throughout the history of the franchise, like I think the duality between Seviper and Zangoose is very good.
It's like Seviper's not top for me, but it's not bottom.
Agree. That's why I'm like, just dump Toxicroak.
Arbok is garbage compared to Seviper. Like,
man, Arbok is bad too. Like, also OG Muck is pretty bad. And, but I don't want to put it there because Swalot's there.
Yeah, that's why Swalot's there. Swalot's a worse Muck.
Yeah, trying to think, because, like, I mean, I don't want to dunk on Toxicroak too hard, but she might not be wrong.
I mean, we should, because
Drapion doesn't go on the bottom.
Croagunk is cooler. If Croagunk is cooler than the evolution, like, that is a strike against Toxicroak.
Yeah.
what about male Salandit?
No.
The dark horse candidate.
The dark horse.
You know, I did have Salazzle on my tops, on possible tops, so I see the value in that.
Salazzle's definitely an honorable mention as well.
Yeah, Salazzle's cool.
Yeah, Salazzle's a cool one.
Maybe we do go with Toxicroak.
I think we should go with Toxicroak, yeah.
You know what, we'll put Toxicroak up there. You know what, that's it then.
Like, we were dunking on it for a reason, okay?
Let's do it. Toxicroak, you bad. For those of you at home who haven't been writing it down on a Google sheet like we have, our top 5 has come down to, this is in no specific order other than the way we were talking about it, Scolipede, Crobat, Nidoking/Nidoqueen, Sneasler, and Venusaur. And our bottom 5 are Quillfish. I'm going to say both of them.
Yeah.
Overquill, Swalot, Dustox, and Toxicroak. I think the only controversial thing we might have in the bottom 5 is probably Toxicroak.
Probably.
Like, I think I don't see a world in which anybody can complain about anything we put in the bottom 5 other than Toxicroak.
Swalot fans.
I dare them.
Yeah, and even then, you'd have to agree that Croagunk is cooler. Sorry.
The Croagunk is cooler than Toxicroak, 1000%.
But if it is your favorite, because everybody's favorite is every Pokemon is somebody's favorite.
Except for Simisear.
You're entitled to your opinion.
Except for Simisear.
I actually like Simisear the most of the 3.
Hey.
Yeah, but that's not your favorite.
Like, they're all terrible, but
They're all really bad.
of the 3, I like Simisear the most. They're all bad.
I hope that all 3 of them make it onto the worst lists of their type.
Yes.
I sincerely hope that.
That's valid, and they will. They will, without doubt. Oh, without doubt, they will.
That's going to be it for our topic today. If you have feelings about which are the top 5 and which are the bottom 5 poison types,
Oh, you do.
They do.
send that in.
You know you do.
They had feelings about the rock type one, and I feel like poison is better than rock.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool poison types, so a lot of people got snubbed. It's all good.
Yeah, so send that into puclpodcast@gmail.com. But until then, we're going to kick it on over to the Pokemon of the episode. We'll catch you guys on the flip-flop.
Poke of the episode.
And welcome to our Pokemon of the episode. Our Pokemon of the episode this week is National Dex number 615, Cryogonal, the crystallizing Pokemon.
When the weather gets hot, these Pokemon turn into water vapor. Cryogonal are almost never seen during summer.
Oh no.
Global warming, I got some bad news for you, Cryogonal.
Cryogonal has the best exit answer, though.
Yeah.
It has the best exit answer. Well, it just can't exist. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it got a bump in Generation 7. It was one of the Pokemon that got a stat bump in Gen 7.
Yeah, its defense was really bad, and now it's just...
It's still really bad, but not as bad.
It's not really bad. When you're 30, it's bad. Really bad. When you're 50, it's like, oh, hey, it's bad.
All right, so it's... Yeah, so let me go ahead and give you its base stats. These are the current base stats, by the way, not the improved upon base stats. You got a base HP of 80, a base attack of 50, a base defense of 50, a base special attack of 95, base special defense of 135, and a base speed of 105. And so the defense used to be 30. I don't know that that makes a difference, but that's okay.
30's really bad.
30's really bad, but 50's not great either.
It's still bad. It's bad.
It's still bad.
It's not great, but you probably take fake outs.
But that's a really good special defense stat. Like, that's crazy good. And its special attack isn't terrible.
Imagine if it was in Gen 1. Just have 135 special.
Yeah.
Right?
Its special attack stat is higher than Talonflame's attack stat, so that's got something going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and its move pool isn't terrible either. Like, it gets decent coverage. So, good for you, Crag, and all being competent-ish.
Explain this to me. It learns Solar Beam, but how would you see it in the sun?
I assume that that's reflecting the sun off of it.
Yeah, that's what I imagine.
I feel like that's the flavor.
But like how? It's water vapor, okay?
Because it's a snowflake. It reflects the sun.
Snow is actually really bad about that. Like, you can more easily get sunburned, like, when you're out skiing and stuff, than you can on the beach, because of the way it reflects the light.
You got a sunscreen. You got to put that sunscreen on every day.
But today we got a team with Cryagonal on it. It is a BSS Spikemouth Cup team, so if you play in VG, or play in the Summer League with us, this is a team that could work for you. I'm going to take the top two boys. Here, first we're going to start it off with our titular Cryagonal. This is Cryagonal holding a Lumberry because we're worried about it getting burned or something, I guess. I don't know.
Paralyzed, I assume.
Paralyzed, yeah, probably.
He's supposed to be a speedy boy. Like, that's not ideal.
It's got Levitate because it's a Cryagonal. It's got 236 HP, 130, or not 130, just 36 special defense, and 236 speed because it's trying to outrun probably base 130s. And it's got the following it's a calm nature, so he's a bulky boy. And he's got freeze dry, so he can hit those water type Pokemon like Gastrodon.
Toxapex.
And Toxapex for super effective damage. Because this is BSS, it also has sheer cold. I love it. I love Oko moves in any format.
Just flip a coin.
Like the one perk of switching from like Smogon rules to BSS has been the Oko moves.
I like them. 1/3 of the time, they work every time.
Yeah, I think it's super cute because like occasionally you pull off that guillotine and it makes you feel good.
It's like I had no other chance.
I had no other chance, but this was my win con, so I'm gonna roll the dice. I don't know. I like the Gambler.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Gambler. But we also have Haze, so you can do stat wipes and recover because Cryagonal gets recover. Yeah, he's just a bulky special boy here to ruin your day.
And only a bulky special.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you want a bulky special or physically defensive boy, we got Zapdos.
That's true.
Holding a citrus berry with a static ability, so that if you touch it, you go and get paralyzed, maybe. And 252 HP, 236 defense, 20 speed, bold nature, discharge, heat wave, U-turn, roost. That is just Zapdos. I do not know what else to say.
That is a Zapdos.
That is Zapdos.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, that is Zapdos. All right, well, somebody take two more of these guys. I don't care which ones.
I'll take the middle two. So Sigma can get the cool finale. We got Seismitoad with leftovers, and it's got water absorb because you got options with him. 252 HP, 76 attack, and 204 special defense with a careful nature. So also chonky. We got Liquidation and Earthquake for our stab moves, and then we're running Toxic and Substitute. So hide behind that wall while you poison them, and you got your leftovers going on. So that's cool.
Woo!
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then Corviknight. We got Love a Corviknight. We got Mirror Armor with an Oka Berry. So fire, not here. Okay. Fully. Oh my gosh, this team is so chonky, isn't it? 252 HP, 252 defense, 4 speed, impish nature.
Yeah, this team doesn't want you to take it out.
No, it's here to stay. Built strong to last long. Okay, it's got Iron Head and Body Press, and why wouldn't you with all that defense? And also Roost, because it gets Roost, of course, and Iron Defense, because dang, they want to be chonky.
Yes, they do. Chonky chonk.
And then they kill you with the chonkiness, so it's not like you sit there forever like a shuckle.
The Body Press is basically treating Iron Defense like a Swords Dance, so you get it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I love Body Press.
It's not like if a shuckle sets up on you and just does nothing the rest of the game. That Corviknight's gonna kill.
They should give Shuckle Body Press.
I've been playing OU recently, and like one of my favorite things, I've just been running sample teams, and I can get pretty high now. I can get to like 1600 on a fresh account pretty reasonably now.
Nice.
I don't know if it's not because I'm good or if it's because everybody else is bad. I like to think it's the latter. I do it, but like one of my favorite things I've been running has been Magnezone with Body Press.
Nice.
Well, because it's just the hard counter to like Corviknight and to Skarmory.
Mm-hmm.
and all of these steel types that are out there. Like it literally just traps them. And then you get iron defenses.
And then everyone tries to switch in their special defensive things, and it's like, it's okay, I've got body press too.
No, you just sit there and you just iron defense in front of them. And then my favorite thing is like people don't realize like how bulky you get as a Magnezone when you're at ×4 defense, and they try to earthquake you with Lando or something.
Oof.
And you take like 17%.
Nice.
Because you're at ×4 defense.
You chillin'. Yeah.
And then you just body press and just crush everything.
That's wonderful.
We can get back to the real team, not Thatch's OU experiences.
All right, next up, we've got our answer to the Dark Urshifu in Galarian Weezing, holding a Rocky helmet. We're floating. We got 244 HP max defense with 12 special attack, bold nature, strange steam, toxic spikes, pain split, will-o-wisp. Honestly, we're just here not to take damage from Urshifus. Like,
yes.
Urshifu gets punished by this Weezing existing. The dark one can't really do anything to you, and the water one
will kill itself. It'll kill itself.
Well, it's going to be real sad if it hits Surging Strikes. It's going to be real sad about what happens. And last up, we have the obligatory Urshifu with a Choice Scarf, max attack, max speed with a little bit in defense, jolly nature, Surging Strikes, close combat, Ice Punch, and U-Turn. Obviously, it's the Rapid Strike form because we're running Surging Strikes.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, so this is a really fun team. We're going to give it out to the patrons. So if you're a patron at the $10 level or above, you get this guy shiny with the exception of Urshifu, because Urshifu can't be shiny. But actually, Corviknight shiny is pretty good. I'm a fan.
Corviknight shiny is really good. Seismitoad's okay. Galarian Weezing's kind of okay. It's like a rustic color. It's better than Zapdos. Everything else is better than Zapdos.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, one day we'll get shiny Urshifu. It'll happen one day.
It's not super exciting, so it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be like next gen, right? We'll just get shiny Urshifu for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
All right, though, but that is going to be our Pokemon of the episode. We're going to kick it on over now, guys, to the mailbag.
It's mail time! Send in your emails! Mail!
And welcome to the mailbag. The mailbag, as always, is brought to you by the fictional energy drink Green Tauros, the energy drink that gives you hooves.
Hooves!
We'll give the Green Tauros badge to anybody that sparks discussion. For those of you who are new to the show, the mailbag segment is where you can email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com. We usually have a prompt for you. Last week we asked you guys what you thought of the Scarlet and Violet trailer, and boy, did a lot of you have answers. We're going to read a few of those today. Unfortunately, we can't get to all of them. And this is my quarterly PSA that I have to do because we'll get new people who don't understand. Please refrain from writing short novels into the email if you want your email to be read on air. The best chance to do it is if you're somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 to 500 words. If you're more than that, you're probably not going to get read because it's just not good. Human speech is only at 150 words per minute when you're trying to articulate and read something out loud. And if you send us something that's roughly 1,500 words, that's just 10 minutes of straight reading with no discussion. And that's not a good segment it makes. With that out of the way, though, we got a lot of things to talk about. So we're going to jump right into it. And I think our first one is going to be from Ghost Trainer Z. And Sigma's got this one.
Yep. Hey, Puckle Gang. Ghost Trainer Z here. I've been a long-time listener, but a first-time writer. I listen to you guys all the time since I have to commute approximately 5 hours to work and back.
Oh no. Props to you.
That's a commute. Oh my gosh.
That is a commute.
That's like a transmute.
Yeah, you should teleport.
I kind of understand. I used to have an hour and a half each way, so.
That kind of makes, hour and a half I think would be my limit in extenuating circumstances.
If you're taking a bus into a train, yeah, no, it can add up quick.
I do agree with that.
Adding the waiting times in there too, it's not the end of the world. At least you have something to do.
Yeah, you got Puckle.
Yeah.
We've got literally, I think I did a rough calculation on how much content we have. I think it's something in the ballpark though of a solid month. You could just listen to Puckle for a month.
Ah.
Yeah, you could without sleeping. So we've got plenty. How much of that's good content, I will not tell you, but I will say it's not all of it.
I love each and every episode. I consider myself more of a casual Pokemon fan, and oftentimes you guys lose me when the conversation turns really technical with VGC. But alas, I try my best to keep up. I just wanted to say that I am super excited about Scarlet and Violet, as I've always wanted Pokemon to visit the Iberian Peninsula. The legendaries look absolutely stunning, and are arguably the best designs since Gen 2 legendaries. I like the Gen 6 ones.
I like Gen 6 too. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, Gen 6 is pretty good.
I don't like the Gen 4 ones, but the Gen 6 ones are...
Yeah.
I like Giratina. That's my girl, Tina.
I will agree they are a major step up from Gen 8 legendaries, though.
Yes, the Gen 8 legendaries felt very uninspired.
I like Eternatus.
I liked Eternatus. I do not like the dogs.
Yeah, Eternatus was good.
Even Calyrex is solid. It's just the dogs.
Well, to be fair, Calyrex is more equivalent to like a mythical.
Kind of.
Well, no, because they fixed the mythical problem. Like if we look at how many mythicals we actually got in Gen 8, it was literally just Zarude.
It's Zarude and Zarude with a cape, technically.
And I'm really okay with those being the only ones we got.
Honestly, they shouldn't have been mythical and they should be usable in battle. But yeah.
Yes. Zarude is not that exciting.
It's not that good.
Yeah, it's not that exciting. I think Urshifu is super exciting because Urshifu they actually crafted specifically for competitive.
Urshifu might have been too good.
I don't think it's too good. I think they obviously thought their way through its stat distribution.
It's Landorus good.
It is Landorus good, yeah.
I think it's a little worse than Landorus, but I think it's usable still.
Like it's fallen off recently because the restricted legends are in the format.
Yes, that's true. Oh, yeah, when those are gone, Urshifu reigns. Yes.
Yeah, like, oh, they can't compete with 700 base stat totals. Oh.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
They're still really good when those 700 base stat totals aren't around. Even when there was just one of them, Urshifu was reigning supreme.
Urshifu is very good. Urshifu is a very good Pokemon, but they also crafted it to be a good Pokemon. And to not be a broken, overpowered mess. Because, its base speed stat is 97, and that is for a very specific reason. 97 is they did that on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So that specific Pokemon would outspeed them, like Yveltal and Xerneas.
Hydreigon.
But they would still outspeed things like Mimikyu.
Yeah, I love unique speed tiers.
Yeah, they did it on purpose. They crafted it on purpose.
Doesn't Urshifu have a weird BST too? Usually they'll go for a 570.
It's 570, right?
Let me look.
Yeah,
I think they went slightly lower than 570 just because of how strong it was. It's kind of like Naga Nadal, where they're like, we know this is too strong if we give it the standard stat distribution.
Actually, Urshifu only has 550 base stat.
Wow, that's comparable to Arcanine, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Naga Nadal. They had to look at it and they're like, it needs a little less stats because it's a little too good.
They did a very good job. I like how they balanced it. They balanced it very well. I mean, I think Calyrex also, they did a decent job with as well. I think they also fixed the mythical problem where we could never use them in VGC, and then they made it so you could use them in VGC.
Mm-hmm.
So I really appreciate that too.
Horses were solid. The Reggies were solid.
Everything's great. They did such a good job. Good for you, Pokemon. All right. Let's get back to Z's email.
Originally, I was leaning towards getting Violet, but I am really liking the prehistoric look of the Scarlet Legendary. Do you guys think it almost resembles Quetzalcoatl? I think that's how you say it.
Quetzalcoatl, yeah, it's the Aztec god.
Yeah, Quetzalcoatl, yeah.
The feathered serpent deity.
Not really.
I think Rayquaza resembles Quetzalcoatl a lot more.
I'm not even worried about it. I just think they look cool.
They do look cool.
That's all I care about.
5 years ago, maybe I would have been delving into their origins, but me today as a Pokemon fan is just they look cool. I'm a fan.
They look cool, and I will wait till I see more.
Yes, exactly.
That's where I'm at. It's they'll show me more eventually. I don't need to delve too deep into it.
They'll drop their types eventually, and we'll understand. Actually, they never dropped the Gen 8 types. I don't think they actually ever dropped the Gen 8 types for the...
To be fair, that's because they had a hidden form that no one knew about until the release.
Yeah.
They actually did really good keeping that under wraps.
They kept everything under wraps about Gen 8, and it was a bad time, in my opinion.
I think they should have shared a little more.
Yes. I think Sun and Moon was too much. I think Gen 8 was too little. We need some happy medium.
Maybe it's a nod to Hernan Cortez, the Spanish conquistador who conquered Mexico and who the Aztecs believed was Quetzalcoatl in reincarnation.
That is debated among scholars, but let's carry on.
I also think that's a bit of a stretch to be like, I think it might be
Also,
Hernan
why
Cortez.
would we? Yeah, like.
But it looks exactly like Quetzalcoatl, but it's probably the guy.
No.
Either way, the design is flawless. I am also looking forward to the new Ghost Pokemon that will be introduced in Gen 9. That's always a highlight for me.
Sinistee was definitely not a highlight for me, but that's okay.
Agree.
I liked it. It was bad in battle, but I liked it.
You know what? Monotypes bore me as part of it. Like, give me something.
Were there any other ghosts?
I mean, we got Runa Regris.
There was Corsola too. At least Dhelmise was cool in Gen 7.
I mean, Ghost, you had a lot of cool stuff in Gen 7. You had like Mimikyu, but let me take a look. I'm gonna guess like we got Spectre. We did get Spectre.
Spectre is cool. It didn't deserve a ban, but it's cool.
No, it does not deserve a ban. It's not that good. Let me see if we got anything else in Gen 8 that I can think of. I mean, technically Zora and Zoroark, but I don't know if those count in Sword and Shield. Oh, Dragapult. We did get Dragapult.
Dragapult's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes up for all the
Yep.
okay ones. Okay, we're good. Lastly, I just wanted to comment that, like Thatch, I also pick the water starter every time. So Quaxley it is for me, and maybe we will get our first Water Ghost fully evolved starter.
Okay, so for the record, I didn't follow that pattern for the entirely. I did switch from Popplio to Rowlet because Rowlet was the superior starter compared to Popplio. And I am going to do the same thing again because as good as, I mean, to be fair, I think all three of them look good this time.
I think they're all solid right now.
I think this is the first time I can be convinced to start with the Fires type starter, and I'm going with Fuecoco.
I'm going Fuecoco too. Easy pick.
Sprigatito for me.
Sprigatito's cute.
I always, whatever has like the most style or like, I got a vibe with it, you know, and I change my type all the time. This is actually going to be the first grass type I choose since Snivy.
I usually switch between grass and fire.
Yeah, I've done them all just depending on what I vibe with.
I think I picked Squirtle once, and then I picked Oshawott and like White too, and that's how the first run of the game has gone for me, water type wise.
Yeah.
But let's wrap it up. Keep up the good work, and looking forward to more episodes. Thanks for taking the time to read my email, Z.
Well, thank you. All right. Well, let's get into this next email then. This one's going to be from Mattercats. Hey, Puckle. My thoughts on the most recent trailer are pretty simple. This game has a lot of potential, and as I am usually thrilled about the new Pokemon, I am especially interested in the story for once. I have been playing with the idea of the past/future-based Pokemon in my homebrew region based on Australia/Oceania, and now that it's all but confirmed to be the theme of these games, I cannot wait to see what the professionals do with it. I think there's so much potential for a really meaningful story to be told while also integrating interesting mechanics and features. I'm not going to hold my breath for the story. I played Gen 8. Yeah. I'm not going to hold my breath. I mean, we already got riding Rayquaza into space and interdimensional Ultra Beast. Why not introduce time travel into the series too? Oh, I hope there's time travel. That'd be cute.
There seems like there will be, so.
That was my main takeaway from the trailer, besides all 5 of the new Pokemon they showcased seemed really cool. Lechonk is going to be a real boom or bust kind of mon, I think. Hopefully they have an awesome Evo for it so it doesn't fall flat. Yeah, Dubwool.
It's gonna fall flat, but it's okay. We'll love it anyway.
If Tauros doesn't get something now that the region is based on the place where they do Running of the Bulls, I will have great sadness. They had the Toro shirt in the trailer, and that made me very excited. I'm very excited for the Toro shirt in the trailer.
They understand.
They know. They absolutely know. Thanks as always for providing amazing weekly content. Matters Cats. I really want like fire or something Tauros. I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be really, really, really cool. All right. Get this last one, Sublime. This one's going to be from the British Gent.
Yep. All right. Dearest Thatch, we're going to have to redact this. The co-hosts are going to be different. The ever so lovely,
R.Sigma.
R.Sigma. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ever so sublime. I hope you are all doing well this fine summer day. Jumping straight into the mailbag, can we give a big hand to Shady Penguin and Captain Caveman's wife? If she was to be drawn in the early 90s cartoon, for getting roles as the new professor in Scarlet and Violet.
Okay, that's a good joke, actually, though.
Ooh.
Because Professor Turo does look like Shady Penguin. And
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, then I apologize, because I've been saying many, many lewd things for the Professor Turo.
Are you starting with Violet Sublime? I have a feeling you're
I
starting
was
with
going to
Violet.
start with Violet anyway, because purple is my favorite color. And then I saw the Professor, I was like, I made the right decision.
That's the right choice.
I made the right decision. He can get it, okay?
This game is hardcore laying into the memes.
Dale duro, okay? The new Pokemon look great. My daughter is loving them all and has set her heart on Violet now. I love the Legends and believe this is the first time that both of the Legends have everyone loving them.
That's so true, though. I don't think there's like an obviously better one.
Yeah, they're both interesting. I don't love them both. I think the tire thing is like, it's a tire in your chest. You have tire breasts.
I think they're going to be motorcycles.
Yeah, they're definitely motorcycles, but it's like...
It's going to be the Breath of the Wild motorcycle, like, post-game, so you can just drive around.
Fully to time travel. I assume you're going to time travel on them to the future or past.
Yeah, once you hit 88 miles per hour.
Yeah. It's your DeLorean Pokemon, yeah.
Yeah, God.
DeLorean, yeah. Maybe that's the new Eevee. DeLorean?
I don't know if they'll do time travel, but I
don't know. They're clearly going for a future past thing, so I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
I don't disagree with you. I really do think that it's just going to end up being the Breath of the Wild motorcycle, though.
Yes, the Breath of the Wild motorcycle that also you use to time travel. I think that's what it is.
I don't think that last part's true, but yes.
We'll see. If it happens, I'll be like, I knew it. And if not, I'll be like, well, it could have happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the only one that people remember predicting things incorrectly, so that's the way it works.
Well, you know what? You always curse it, so by you not thinking it'll happen, it's more likely to. So
that's
thank
true.
you for that. Thank you.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I got your back.
Yeah. My daughter is loving them and has her heart set on Violet now. I love the Legends, and I believe this is the first time that both of them have everyone loving them. The landscape looks great, and the new Pokestops, sorry not sorry, are a good idea. I agree.
They're 100% calling them Pokestops, by the way. They're going to.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm down with it.
They're going to call them Pokestops.
It's fine.
I'm okay with it. I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
I think the only thing I'm mad about is the Pokemon Go imagery. That's the only thing I'm mad about. Like, you can call it a Pokestop, but don't make it look like one, okay?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
No, it does. It does. Like, in the back, they have a shot of it in the distance, and it legitimately has the thing sticking up out of the top of it that looks exactly like a Pokestop from Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever. The design of when you approach it is different.
No, it's definitely different when you approach it. I agree with you.
There is one thing I am wondering, and I don't want to get my hopes up for. We're being told that there is 4-player co-op in the game. Has anyone thought about what else this could mean? Does Game Freak or Pokemon believe that their servers are good enough to have 4 people playing at one time for long periods?
It's not their servers. It's usually done locally.
It's going to be peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got great internet, so I'm Gucci.
So do I.
You can hang with me.
Sublime and I are going to play together all the time. It's fine.
We're good.
Yeah.
If that is the case, could this be a sign for a longer battle timer?
I think so.
Let's hope.
I think it depends on how they do PvP battles. If they do it in the same way that they did it in Sword and Shield, I'm not confident. But if they do it in the way where you can just play in the overworld, because like, let's say Sublime and I are playing in the overworld with our really good internet connections.
Yeah.
And we decide we want to battle in the overworld, I don't think there should be a timer whatsoever because Sublime and I could have been playing together anyway.
Oh my gosh. You know what I love about this is that you could go to anywhere in the region ostensibly and have your battle. And that is cool.
Exactly. And if that's the case, I think there's a argument to be made to going back to like OU on card again, which I hope is the case.
Let's hope.
That's what my fingers are crossed for. I'm going to say it's not going to happen because if I say that, it won't happen. It will happen.
Okay.
It'll be like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Kingdom, and then somebody battles in the rainy area because they have a rain.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be.
No,
cool.
it would be just really, really cool to do.
It'd also be a really fun premise for when we do gym battles later for the summer league.
But also, like, think about not even that. Just like one of our biggest complaints has been in the recent past. I think this is like a very minor complaint though. Is like just battle backgrounds have been very stale. Because you usually just get like Digital Stadium number 6. And now it's like, oh, you can battle, I guess, in whichever stadium in Sword and Shield. But now you could just, if this is the case in Scarlet and Violet, you can just battle anywhere.
Yeah, it's very Legends Arceus, which I loved about that as well.
Yeah, well, it looks like they are going to be taking a cue from that to some extent, and I'm hoping the PvP follows into that as well.
Let us hope so.
I mean, it looks like they still have some arenas, too.
Yes, absolutely.
And I imagine there will be a ladder, so...
For sure.
I could see us using those arenas as, like, online battle arenas, which is fine.
As long as the timer is reasonable and not longer than 20 minutes, I will be happy. Mm-hmm. Or at least being able to set up those battles, like, because obviously there's not going to be an OU ladder on cart, but being able to do an OU battle on cart is all I want.
Your own personal 6v6.
Yeah, I want to be able to do 6v6 because I think the fact that they just took it away from us, even if you're just playing with in-game teams, is absolutely absurd.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's absolutely absurd. We should have 60-minute timer minimum for that kind of stuff. We should be able to customize it and play it our way to some extent.
I mean, even if they wanted to do like 30-minute timers, that's workable at least.
30-minute timers we can almost do. I would really just prefer 45, but at that point they might as well just give us the hour, right?
30 is workable. Like that was our breaking point. It's like, oh, we can't feasibly do 30 minutes. Okay, well, I guess we can't do 6v6.
Yeah, 30 minutes I would say we could try to push, but and then you get a stall match and then it takes forever.
Like I think most of my Gen 7 matches were in the 20-minute range. Like it was 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, they were just over 20 a majority of my Gen 7 OU
Unless
matches.
it was against Seth, and then it was like an hour. But
against Seth or Rotted, it took longer because they would play heavy stall.
Usually you got into the 10 minutes left range.
Yeah.
You know what? Down with stall. Down with stall.
Most of them ended in the 20 to 30 minute range.
Yeah, like 20 was just too short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just missed the mark for 6v6.
Yeah. So I would love 6v6 to be back on cart. And I think this does actually bode well for us that we could actually just do it in the overworld with your friends at minimum, which is good enough for me. If we can make that work, perfect. We can play OU. I'm here for it.
Just a thought I had, and as I said before, I don't want to get my hopes up. You all talk about your little cat not wanting to grow up and onto two legs. All I'm hoping for is my Fuecoco not to turn into Ben 10's Ghost Freak. Till next time, the British Gent.
I don't think I can be upset with Fuecoco's evolution anyway. I don't think it's possible for me to be upset about it.
We'll see. Well, don't set yourself up.
Outside of that weird fake one, I think I'd be okay with just about anything Fuecoco becomes, so...
Yeah, I hope it becomes like fire electric. I hope they better give us cool secondary typings. Please just give us cool secondary typings.
Give us secondary typings.
Yeah, just give us secondary typings because I think when they're just monotype, it's boring.
You have to work extra hard to be good when you're a monotype.
Exactly, yeah.
Gen 8 did, except for Inteleon.
They did, yeah. Snivy does, because it's got that, Leaf Storm drama.
Inteleon didn't make it, but the other two made it work.
The other two got there. Part of it is because Cinderace cheats.
Yeah.
Cinderace cheats, obviously.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Rillaboom would have been good if Grassy Glide didn't exist, too.
That's true. I mean, grassy terrain is the reason it's good.
Yeah.
For sure.
Grassy Glide just made it really, really good.
Grassy Glide, a stupid move that won't exist in Gen 9.
Probably.
I think those moves are just going to be permanently stuck to Sword and Shield.
I could see them coming back with DLC, but...
I'm not convinced, which is sad because I think like Scorching Sands and Flip Turn are very interesting.
Meteor Beam's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll bring a couple of them.
Maybe. I'm not going to hold my breath for those, though.
I wouldn't either.
Those are the last
But it
things.
could happen. Pokemon does whatever they want to do, so maybe that's something they want to do, maybe it's not.
Yeah. All right, so Mailbag, Green Taurus badge. I honestly think we should give it to Z.
Who was the first person?
Yeah, that was Z. Yeah,
I agree.
We gave a lot of discussion there. So we'll give it to you. Hit us up on Discord. We'll get it to you. On that note, if you want to email us next week, let us know what your top 5 and bottom 5 poison types are and why we were wrong.
And it's not personal because it's not personal.
It really isn't. But I really would love to see what you guys think.
Yell at us for our Gengar decision. It's fine.
Yeah, email us, puclpodcast.com. If you want to hang out with us throughout the week, though, and maybe meet up with some other Pokemon fans, great way to do that is to come to our Discord server at pucldiscord.com. You can, of course, follow us on social media at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can as well. You can jump into a few of our other things, like our Twitch streams. I do want to start doing that again this week. This week was a horrible week for me. I was at work for like 12 hours for a couple of days.
Oof.
And they happened to be on the days I usually stream, so I was like, yeah, that's not happening. So the streams have been delayed, so I will hopefully bring them back this week. Twitch.tv/the PUCL Podcast. You can always check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/PUCL Podcast. Maybe we try out that Iron Man challenge. I kind of want to see what it's like, and then people can yell at me about it. And then we can, of course, go ahead and you can go over to Patreon to support the show at patreon.com/PuCL Podcast and get some shiny Pokemon. Right now, at the $10 tier, you get a physical green Taurus badge, which the first wave went out. So please make sure your address is correct and also shared with PuCL Podcast. I'm going to do wave 2 here probably tomorrow, so by the time the show comes out, it's too late, but you can get into wave 3. On that note, though, guys, I really appreciate everybody listening. And I have been Trainer Thatch.
I'm Sublime.
And I've been R.Sigma.
And here in the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's closing time.